Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Review today on World of Tanks console. That's right, boys and girls, we're back on World of Tanks console and we're covering the German Tier 2 light tank, the Panzer 1. I mean, is this thing really fun like the Panzer 2, as I can remember the Panzer 2 like? Well, I mean, the Panzer 1 is basically the granddaddy of the Panzer 2s, the Panzer 3s, the Panzer 4s, the Panthers, the Tigers, basically the alignment of every of those tanks during the Second World War. And, I mean, it is a pretty good looking tank. And we're going to go ahead and cover some of its stats today in this video, along with a few of the commander, sorry for that, and also take it out in gameplay, see how this tank works, and also, guys, let's get right into it. So, first of all, the penetration with the standard AP rounds is 30 meters of penetration. The penetration with the APCR is 40 meters of penetration. Damage is 11 for both. Kind of sounds like a lot like the Panzer II. With penetration wise, or I mean not penetration wise, but with damage wise, the hit points is 160, max speed is 46 miles per hour, view range is 326, and concealment is 317. Excuse me, I'm sorry for that. But I mean, so far, but it looks like it could be decent. But it was a Tech Tree tank, so it does get an option of 3 different guns. Each one, though, are a machine gun, so the rate of fire is pretty decent on all 3 of them. The first one is a 2 Centimeter Kwk38. The rate of fire is 112.99. The accuracy is at 0.58. Damage is 11. Penetration 23. Amount of cast bits. The amount of ammunition you can carry in the tank is 240. The next gun is the 2 Centimeter Kwk38. The rate of fire is 136.05, which sounds a little bit better than the other one, the first gun. The accuracy at 100 meters is 0.56. Damage is 11. Penetration is 23. And you can carry up to 240 even with this gun. The rate of fire of the fully upgraded gun, or I should say the fully upgraded gun, is the 2 Centimeter Breda 1 gun. The rate of fire is 118, I'm sorry for that, guys. 118.23. The accuracy at 100 meters is 0.50. We've already talked about the damage and the penetration, and the ammo capacity of the gun is 240. I mean, this one right here seems a little bit more better with the rate of fire, but the accuracy I think goes to this gun. Damage, they all have the 11 damage, but this one has more penetration. The only thing this one really lacks on is basically the rate of fire. Unlike this one, it has better rate of fire, less accuracy, and less penetration. Where this one has better accuracy. Actually, is it better? Yeah, it is better accuracy and better damage as well. No, not damage, I mean penetration, unlike this gun. So I would pick the top gun, even though it seems like its rate of fire is not the best. My equipment, I put improved ventilation, crew performance 5%, tracking system, max speed is 10%, chassis and hull rotation speed is 10%, advanced powertrain is max speed 5%, horsepower 5%. My consumables, I put repair kit, first aid, and fire extinguisher. And I put around 200 rounds of AP and 40 rounds of APCR, because this tank can only carry 240 rounds, so yeah, you never know when you're going to need an APCR. This case, if you get into a tough pickle, I mean, you might actually get into a tough pickle. That's the upgrades. We want the commander. Like, he was on my Panzer II, so this guy is going to go literally on all my German tanks, or light tanks I should say. But I have rapid loading, 10% increase to gun reload speed, and then camouflage express Adds 10% increase to your vehicle camouflage even while you're moving, which is really good for a light tank. And let's talk about the armor. I mean, it's a light tank at the end of the day, but you still want to know about the armor. Can it take a hit? Can it not take a hit? Sometimes light tank can actually bounce. I've seen it, and I've actually had it done to me. If you remember the last video I did, which was the Panzer II, actually was got around bounced off my side. That was because my side was angled a little bit, but don't expect that to happen to every light tank in the game. Some light tanks will do that, some won't. Some just completely give out. But standard already 5 meter thickness, which is the flaps above the tracks, as you can see there, and the belly of the tank is 5 meter thickness of armor. 8 meter thickness of armor, which is the roof of the turret, and it looks like the turret ring too. 10 meter thickness, which is the gun and the tracks, as you can see here. So for that, I had to get a drink of my tea. Love tea. It's pretty good. But yes, tracks though, guys, do act like space armor. So if you're firing any heat or anything, I know this is low tiered, so it really ain't going really too matter. But HE, you do get HE down here at this tier. And if you do fire HE at your tracks or any enemy tracks, the tracks will absorb the HE shell and won't do much to the tank. Then you got 12 meter thickness, which is the whole fighting compartment, the engine deck and all of that above, and the upper graces. 13 meter thickness, which looks like the sides, rear, and well, just the sides and the rear of the turret. 14 meter thickness, which is around the gun mantlet, as you can see there. 15 meter thickness, which is actually the gun mantlet, which is actually should be the thickest part, but I guess it's not. 20 meter thickness, which is the lower graces, the sides, and the rear of the hull, as you can see here. So yeah. And then 20 meter thickness, which is these little bits on the left and right of the tank. Don't know why that's the most thickest, the 22 meter thickness of the tank, but I mean, it should be everywhere else, somewhere else, like the gun mantlet, like 22 meter thickness, but I guess it doesn't make sense sometimes, does it? But, you know what, guys, that's enough talk about this tank in the garage. Let's take her out, let's see what she can do, and I'll see you guys there. So we're back, guys, on Mines, and this was a pretty interesting game. I'm definitely not going to spoil it for you guys of how this game ends and stuff, but if you want to know how it ends, please stay until the end of the battle. And as you can see, there's, I'm thinking there's like 2 enemy tanks on the enemy team and 2 on my team, which I am the second player on my team. But yeah, that is something there what we do have to expect. So I decided to go this way. Why this way? Well, I think my other teammate, which is the guy that ran me right into that M2, T2 light, yeah, that's the player. I accidentally ran into that light tank right there, the T26. Because I think I was having a little bit of a lag issue right there, but I don't think I gained more too much of a big lag issues anymore into the battle, which is good. I like to keep it that way. You know, never know. You might want to keep it that way, the tank, after all. But we do see the H35, and he does pull forward. And I think that's a player right there, so keep an eye on that player until the end of the game. I do get spotted, don't know what, but my T2 light tank does get taken out. And as students can see on the mini-map that there is a enemy tank near our base. I don't rise it until I think I back up right here. Yeah, right here is when I rise that there's a Python Tier 2 American Premium Light Tank. This is just another version of the Viper, which we did a tank review on, but it's just a different skinned version of the Viper or the T7 combat car. We fire a gun like that, doesn't do anything. So I stop right here, lock the aim, and all my shots just completely miss. So I go forward at this rock to reload. We do reload, and well, I guess I'm trying to do something to rock. I don't know what. But we do try to fire this guy, and Nothing. But there's a VA type B up there. Doesn't spot me, doesn't see me or anything. And we do deal a lot of damage, but with a full clip. I'm reloaded again. And here we go. We take out our first enemy tank on the enemy team. That's my first kill. We do see the Python coming this way, so I'm waiting. Do we hit him? We do hit him with 2 shots, but we go for reload. I do fall back right here. I want to hit, but I don't really hit him with those shots. I do hit him with these shots. He does hit me a little bit. Alright, we could take another few more hits, and we... Ooh, killed him, and he bounced right off our armor, probably because of how we were angled at the time. And I see another VA type B light tank, Chinese tier 2 light tank. But we're going across this water. I'm thinking of trying to outflank this guy, because I have 2 teammates in front of him, so maybe we could try outflank him. But rising, there's 2 enemy tanks in front of them. They have 4 enemy tanks. We only have 3, which I think I'm the only player left on my team, I think. The other 2, my teammates are bots, but they do take out the M2 light tank, the T-26 does, which is good. We do see the VA type B sitting up here. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to hit my teammates down there. He does get a good hit on him, but my teammates are fighting that light tank. We come up here to the top of the hill, and we do hit him. We keep on shooting this guy, and we fall back a little bit so we can fully reload, and we damage his engine. And, well, there's only 1 enemy tank left. And what tank is it? Well, it's that enemy tank we've seen at nearly the beginning of the match. The H-35 French Tier 2 light tank. That thing is pretty much ridiculous for the armor down here this here. It's not so much the armor thickness, it's more of its slopiness. We did talk about this of the Panzer 38H. It's basically that the whole reason. We come into these bushes, see if we can see him. We don't see him yet. And my teammates are going around the hill that we're on, which is kind of a good idea, if you ask me. I mean, I'm up to 145 hit points, which is, well, I mean, it's not the best, but it's doable. It's better. We're up to 462 damage, which is really good for this tank. I'm hoping to see him somewhere, or at least spot him, or at least my teammates will spot him somewhere. Don't know where this guy could be. He could be anywhere on the map. So I'm deciding if I don't spot him anytime soon, then I'm definitely going for his capture cap, because he's too slow to make it back. We do spot him though. And I'm looking at the main map and I do see him. Right there he is locked on. All my shots are going everywhere. He does put a good hit into me. I'm going for reload. He knocks out my turret ring. He damaged my tracks, I think. I damaged his tracks. But he's worried about one of my teammates that's coming up. We should have, right here though, this could have cost me the game badly, because actually I should have stayed in the capture point. Then that will force him out of the cap. I do have a teammate coming up beyond me, and you see I am loading, looks like premium rounds. Yep, I think I load premium rounds. Or am I still using AP? No, I'm still loaded AP, okay. Not premium rounds. He does bounce off me, he does put a good hit into me. I do fire him. He does put another good hit on me. I decide at this point to switch to premium rounds, I think. Or no, not yet. Actually, yes, I do decide to switch to premium rounds. But we fall back behind the bush, so if he does peek forward, he does take out my allied tank. I'm hoping he does come out. He doesn't see me. We do ammo rack him, and we're doing some good damage. He does bounce off me, which is pretty frightening. I pull forward, I pull backwards, we kick him out. That was a close game. I think another 2 shots he probably would have killed me, at least. But we still pulled the victory, guys. And I hope that was a good, entertaining video. Or maybe if you guys liked it, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.